Hey there, how are you doing? Welcome back to this tip of the week, and we're going to continue the series about web development tools. And this time I'm going to talk about the web development tools of the browsers. I recommend you having the largest amount of browsers you're capable of having in your computer. Once upon a time, you could have Safari on Windows. That's not the case anymore, but so unfortunately can't have that, but have Chrome, have Firefox. Download Chrome and Firefox, any system you have, because if you have Mac, you'll have your Safari already installed. If you have Windows, you'll have your Edge already installed. But Chrome and Firefox are great browsers. They're really good for developing, but most importantly, you want to be able to test them. Okay, be able to test your tools, to test your sites in the largest amount of browsers you can, so that you know they're working properly in all browsers. Other than basic Chrome and basic Firefox, I also recommend you install Chrome Canary. Chrome Canary is the developer version that has nightly updates. Actually, not nightly, but they say nightly, but very frequent updates that have updates with what they're beta testing. Okay, so it's not stable. Sometimes there are bugs, but it's very interesting to be able to test out features that are not still in Chrome, in stable Chrome, that you know are going to be deployed later on to stable Chrome, so that you can already start developing for them. So go to google.com Chrome/Canary for that. And for Firefox, okay, wait a second. For Firefox, you can come here to Firefox Developer Edition, mozilla.org Firefox/Firefox/developer. And the developer edition of Firefox is an edition made especially for developers, okay? They also have the beta and the nightly editions. The beta, it has features that are still in beta but are a little bit more stable, and the nightly is very similar to Chrome Canary. But the developer edition is actually made for developers, so they have a better look, they have a better way for you to inspect your stuff. So see, you have inspector, the push stuff that is not in the normal edition. You see it's black here. I'm gonna open here. This is the developer edition. Is black, is easier to see, has better color coding and stuff like that. I have here open Chrome, normal Chrome, Chrome Canary, and Firefox Developer. And I'm gonna show you how to find the developer tools. First on Firefox Developer, you can come here, right click, and click on Inspect Element. Mine is in Portuguese, but don't get confused. And you'll have this tab here that's gonna get open, and you see that in this inspector tab you'll see your HTML, and you can come here and you can change your HTML. Maybe you want this to be a div or something like that, and you want to test this out if this was a div. And so now here I go, I changed, and this changed to a div instead of a section. Or maybe I want to come here and I say, let's come here in the body and say, oh, I don't like this color, I want to change this color to red, for instance. And I can see the changes happening. See, my background changed to red. I can see the changes as I go make them. And this is a great way to test your website. So you just click twice here and you can change them. Or I can come here and use a color picker. See, I can come here and say, oh, I like this color better, or something like that. I can see this happening as I change this. So this is the inspector, and you can see here, wait a minute, yeah. I can see here the layout, see the box model. When I go over my elements, see here, for instance, I can see this so when I go over my elements, for instance, I can see here how much space they're occupying, and I can see them being selected. You see here being selected and stuff like that. I can come here to the debugger and I'll see my files, okay? So I see here that I have a JavaScript file that I can go check out. I can make changes to the JavaScript file. I come here to the style editors and I see my CSS, and I can come make changes here too. I'm gonna, for instance, change here to red again, and once again I see the changes being made, okay? So I'm gonna go back to that one. I can come here to the console and I can check out my JavaScript. So I can use JavaScript. I can come in here and write console log Adriana, and I can test out my JavaScript, okay? Oh, sorry, I wrote console, wrong, console log, and I write here Adriana, and there you go. I console log Adriana, or I write let a equal 2 plus 2, and then I console, and I have autocomplete here too, so that's great. And I go there and I console log this, so I'm testing JavaScript here, and plus whatever I told my JavaScript to send to the console. So I'm gonna clear this here, click here to clear, and I'm gonna start clicking here because I remember that in this particular file I had a bunch of console logs to debug my code. So you see here that as I do this is logging into the console stuff. I told them to log into the console, so this is a great way to test your code. You have the network here. Okay, I'm gonna reload this. Okay, and you can see here that they tell you how much time you took to load, and what the cause is the style sheet, what took the longest to load, and you can see each thing here, how much time everything took to load. And I can separate here from all to HTML to CSS to JavaScript just to see what I want. Let's say I just want to see the JavaScript. So here, yeah, I saw how much time each one took to load, which is very important because there are surveys out there that tell you people don't have a lot of patience, okay? They expect the pages to be loaded very quickly. So if you're taking too long to load, they may not wait for your page to load. So you may need to come here, see what's taking so long to load, so that you can fix that, so that you can know where to go to fix. This is the performance. This you have to record. So let's say I'm recording here, so I'm start recording what I'm doing, and again this is telling you how much time this is taking. And I then come here and I had step by step of what I was doing, recalculate style, and how much time this was taking. So again, I can go and see exactly what's taking too long. I have memory. This won't work with this one, but you can check out the memory, how much memory is being used. Storage is your cookies, and this one is not good for here, but I'm gonna go to google.com because Google loves storing cookies. So I can see the cookies here that Google stored. I can see local storage. This is the session. I can see the session storage, what was stored in the session and stuff like that. And this is accessibility, and you can activate the accessibility resources. The accessibility resources you want to activate and toggle this, okay? Activate and deactivate, because this affects the other tabs. So you don't want this on the whole time. So I'm gonna activate, and now I can check this out and again study what's good and what's having accessibility problems. And today this is very important, especially because Google penalizes non-accessible sites. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off the accessibility features now. And so these are the tabs, and then you have this here, and you can click here to check your website. So I'm gonna go back to my other website. Okay, I'm gonna check my website, how my website would look on a tablet or on a phone. So I come here and I can see that this in a 500 and 1280 phone would look like this, but I can click here and say I want to see this in a Galaxy 9, how this would look. I want to rotate the viewport to see how this would look. Okay, great. I can activate and deactivate the touch to check out. If I come here and I click here, I can customize this to the pixels I want, but you already have a preset here, so this is great for you to test this out. Okay, how would my website look on a phone? Maybe I don't have those devices. I don't have an iPhone X, so I need this to check out how my website would look on an iPhone X. So that's really useful. Here you have the menu, okay, to decide to dock to the bottom, dock to the right, dock to the left, and stuff like that. Or go to settings and they'll show you all the settings, so you can change this theme to light and dark. I like dark. Change the tab size. The one thing they don't let you change, not here and not on Chrome, and that's, I think, is bad, is the font size of the console. That's you have to go zooming in, and you have to zoom in every time you go in. It doesn't save from one session to the other, so that's not great. But other than that, you can show split console, so you can see this here. Wait a minute. So if you show split console, you have the console down here and you have your inspector up here, for instance. So I can have both. Doesn't really give you a lot of space again, so you can see it's very little space for one or the other, but that's but you can do that. And you have more developer tools here. You have web developer here. You can go, this is the tabs there, but you can go to the browser console, which will give you the console of the browser, not the website. To color picker, so you can use this to copy a color to your clipboard and then paste that somewhere else. Web developer, you can see the source code here. That's gonna give you the HTML source code, and you can install more tools, and then they're gonna take you to the add-ons specifically of web developer tools, and you have add-ons for web development that may be useful for you. So that's the Firefox version. The Chrome version, I'm gonna come here on my Chrome Canary. It's very similar, okay? You right click, you go to inspect, you have your inspect here. I was using this before, so you click here to toggle device toolbar, so you can see in a device just like the one on Galaxy S and stuff like that. And you see that's a bit different because they give you this little round ball to see the touch, but or you can go back to the page, but it's the same. Here I have the elements, here I have the font families. I can click, I can change. I have the console, I have sources instead of debugger. Okay, so sources will allow me to see all the files of my website, okay? All the public files, not the server files, okay? The client-side files I have. So I could come here and the CSS, and also again change here, you know, come here and increase this padding and change, and you saw that was horrible. It was horrible. But you can do that. You have the network again to check out your network, your performance, memory. Application is where remember where we saw the session and the cookies, and I'm actually not saving any cookies here in this website, so there's no session or cookies, but here's where you'd come to see you have the cookies here, you can check them out. See, Facebook checking cookies or something like that. You have security, that is good. This says this page is not secure. No, because I don't have an SSL certificate for that, but go to google.com, and here you see the page is secure, the certificate. This is different. Firefox doesn't have this. And then you have audits, and audits is the same thing as accessibility in Firefox. So basically you have the exact same tools, and you can come here in these 3 little buttons and click on settings and change the theme, okay? Put the theme to dark, for instance, and you'd have this dark theme here. You can't change the font size. unfortunately. You have to come here and go Control plus 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 and change like this, okay, and that's not great. But you can change your views like this. You can go to settings and change a lot of stuff that you might want to change. And again, dock side, you can choose where you want this to show, okay. There you go. I like this down here. I think that's easier for me to be able to continue seeing the website and seeing what I want to see. And you'll see that normal Chrome right here, inspect, the tools are the same, okay. The exact same tools. The difference between normal Chrome and Chrome Canary is the updates. Firefox and Firefox Developer is a little bit different. You have a little bit more tools on Firefox Developer, but of both Chromes have the same developer tools. And of course, Chrome also has add-ons for developer tools that you can go look at. So basically, those are the developer tools that I was asked to show you. Once again, the links to my courses are going to be in the description, but they are in Portuguese. So if you speak Portuguese, go check them out. There's a discount on that link. And don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to check out my other courses, okay? So see you next week.